SCS Software is working to bring cars and pickup trucks in American Truck Simulator. You heard it right, it's not an April Fool's joke. It's finally official. If you watch some of my previous videos, like 10 features I want to see in ATS in 2025, or why exploration in American Truck Simulator is so much fun, then you know that I have been talking about this idea for a while now. If you haven't watched those videos, I highly recommend that you go check those out as well. But yes, they finally listened. They didn't get this idea by watching my video, they started working on it 2 years ago. But it's awesome to see that they had this idea in their mind as well. And as for someone who's been talking about it for a while, it's so rewarding to see it become a reality. So first, let's take an in-depth look at what SCS is saying about this future component. We'll break it down, give my thoughts on it, and we'll also talk about what it means for the future, what it means for modding and car mods especially. So what's really going on with this project road trip? Well, SCS Software teased an update a while ago where they released this audio with the title "Hear Us Out." This made a lot of people wonder whether they were gonna bring other types of vehicles in the game soon. I was also thinking about it, and what made most sense to me was that Hotshot trucking was coming to ATS. But today they revealed the full update plan, and I was not expecting them to bring something in the game that I never really realistically expected, given it's a truck simulator. It's not only pickup trucks that they're adding, they also plan to add other types of cars, even mention sports cars. And not only that they're planning to add these new vehicles, but they also plan to focus more on the road trip aspect of it. I specifically mentioned this in one of my videos that if they focus on the road trip part, given how amazing the game's world is, it will not only expand ATS and make it much more than a truck simulator, but it will bring in a completely new audience for this game. to this game. And this is a game that deserves more recognition than just a truck simulator. It is a truck simulator at heart, but imagine a game with such a detailed, beautiful map of the United States where you can just freely roam around in your favorite car and enjoy the scenes and sights as well as realistic driving physics. That's the potential that this game has had. If they just confine this experience as just a truck simulator, a lot of people would have missed out on it. But now, finally, people will have an opportunity to discover or rediscover ATS as an open-world driving simulator. For truck lovers, there is nothing to worry about. Trucking isn't going anywhere. Now let's take a look at what the developers are saying. Code. In the past, we have shared our ambition to expand the ways players can engage with the game world, not just through driving Class A trucks and hauling cargo, but by exploring that same world through different types of vehicles and experiences. Road Trip represents a step in that direction. Once introduced, it should allow players to enjoy the vast landscapes of ATS, not only from the cab of an 18-wheeler, but also from behind the wheel of, say, a powerful pickup or even a sports car. We hope this new perspective will appeal not only to long-time players, but also to those who may be discovering the world of ATS for the first time. End quote. This is the exact same idea I talked about in my previous videos, so I'm extra excited to see them address this. Continuing, quote, while we are not ready to share every detail just yet, some are still being shaped internally, we are excited about where this is headed. Development is still in the early stages, but the possibilities are opening up in exciting ways. End quote. So yeah, it's still at a very early stage in terms of development, but I'm glad that they revealed this now because it's something amazing to look forward to as a long-time ATS fan. Quote, our vision for Road Trip goes well beyond simply introducing new types of vehicles. We are also exploring fresh gameplay opportunities, ways to give players a reason to drive them. That might mean taking on new kinds of tasks and jobs, or simply enjoying the open road, discovering landmarks, and soaking in the scenery. End quote. Tell me I didn't use these exact same words in my videos before. Sorry, I keep bringing that up. You can imagine my excitement to see this. And for those who just want to see the tracking aspect being expanded, there's nothing to worry about, as the developers assured, quote, and if tracking is your passion, rest assured this new direction won't slow down our development of core tracking content. We have assembled a dedicated team to focus solely on road trip, which means our ongoing roadmap for new map expansions, trucks, trailers, and other updates remains unchanged. End quote. They also uploaded a video that's like 50 minutes long. I'll link it in the description so you can check it out. But here are my takeaways from that. The first thing that made the developers think about this idea was that when people hear the word truck in America, they tend to think about pickup trucks, like the Ram 1500, Ford F-150, or the GMC Sierra, something like that. They don't immediately think of semi-trucks. It's funny because when I mentioned in a video of mine that the title of the game says American Truck Simulator and it does not say American Semi-Truck Simulator, so it's possible to add pickup trucks in the game. But then someone commented saying that no, this is just a semi-truck simulator and it will not be like a general truck simulator, this and that. Well, guess what? The developers themselves are now saying that this is how this idea came to life. Another important point they made is that you can't really properly explore all parts of the game world when you're driving a big semi-truck. It's just not convenient. Since they are already making this huge map with towns, national parks, off-roads, then why not add something that will make it easier to explore all that? This was another key factor that the developers thought about. Then they talked about licensing. So definitely expect some real truck brands like Ford and Ram to be in the game. I think it's all but confirmed that we will have those licensed trucks in the game, but keep in mind that they still want to keep the authentic road trip-like driving experience. So as of now, don't expect anything that will drive like 150 miles per hour. One developer specifically mentioned how they're trying to make exploration a key feature of the game, given how it already has the map and features for it. We're talking about landmarks and viewpoints that are already in the game. In a later part of the video, the developers actually confirmed that they are working to bring some of the flagship pickup trucks from a variety of brands as well as some cars. They're also adding some classic American cars to make the dream American road trip possible. The cars will be released most likely as packs and as paid contents, which is totally fine. So maybe we'll see these as DLCs. Then they talked about something very important, the physics. We know that now even if you use car mods in the game only has truck physics, so the driving does not feel very realistic. That's something they will work on with the cars update. They're trying to implement new physics system for pickup trucks and cars that are to be added in the game. They're also planning to add some depths to this new feature. So there will be some purpose for the cars, such as maybe new types of jobs to get you money and XP. Hotshot tracking is definitely going to be a feature, it seems like. And the final takeaway is that tracking is not going anywhere, as you would expect. They have a dedicated team of 40 plus developers just for the cars and pickup trucks feature. So other updates will be worked on in parallel to this. And if this is a success, they will consider adding something like this in ETS2 as well. So if you're a huge ETS2 fan and would love to see cars in your game, there is a possibility for that in the future. But for now, it's just going to be ETS. So now what does it mean for the future? Well, if this is successful, the developers will try to expand upon it. As I mentioned earlier, they will try to bring something similar to ETS2. Also, maybe add more cars from more manufacturers, add SUVs, and what about modding? This is where it gets interesting. We already have a lot of car mods for ATS. Some really high quality models of our favorite cars from a lot of different brands. These mods could be reintroduced in the game with new physics once the road trip feature is implemented. So say SCS does not add a car that you really want to drive. For example, let's just say the BMW M5. But there is already a mod for that. So the modder could introduce the M5 in the game, but now with the car physics, since that will already be in the game. This will open up a whole new opportunity for modders to add new cars, SUVs, and pickup truck mods in the game with the right physics. So I'm beyond excited to see this coming to ATS. Let me know what you think about this huge step from SCS Software. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.